Welcome back to another video, and today it's going to start off a little bit weird. So I just woke up and I watched Zach Perner's new YouTube video where he takes a cold shower for 10 days and sees what happens with that. It's called the Wim Hof method or something, and stupidly, because I love Zach, I'm going to do it as well. So this is day one, and I must say, I actually love the shower. Like, the shower is just the best part of my day. Like, it's just so warm and, oh, yeah, I'm definitely gonna hate this. So, I guess let's get started. So I just finished my hot shower, and then now time to turn on the cold water. I couldn't even enjoy my shower because the whole time I was shitting myself thinking about how bad this is going to be. So, yeah, please like the video after this because I'm not going to enjoy this at all. Alright, timer, 30 seconds. Wait for it to get cold. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Oh, you fucker. 3, 2, 1. The timer didn't go on, and I now have a headache. Oh my god. That was absolutely, oh my god. About halfway through, I was convinced that I was gonna die. Oh my god. Why do people do that? I don't know why people do that. The feeling you get after the cold shower is unreal. Like, when you're doing it, you won't think about how good it is, but yeah, I feel absolutely awesome. So going into this session, on top of the world. So hopefully hit a PB or something and make all that pain worth it, but who knows. So I'll catch you guys later when I'm doing something more interesting. So don't ask how, but I survived. That shower, so I'm gonna do that every day of the week this week. And yeah, it is true what they say, like when you're doing it, it's just like, this is the worst thing ever. Like, my brain was frozen. Like, the little part of my brain that is left was just getting absolutely destroyed. But yeah, when you get out of there, it's like you've started your day with something so difficult, so nothing's gonna stop you. And yeah, you feel a lot more woken up and everything. I didn't even need a coffee or anything this morning, so yeah, it was very, very good. So if you're looking to test yourself in the morning or do anything like that, I challenge you to do the Wim Hof method. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, it's not enjoyable, but after it, you feel so much better. So today's educational section. So when anyone starts in the fitness world and starts their fitness journey, there's a lot of myths that get thrown around. It's like, as soon as you pick up a dumbbell to do your first bicep curl, there's gym bros and everyone telling you all these myths and everything. So I thought I'd just make it a lot easier for you guys and just debunk the myths that I was always told when I was younger and starting my fitness journey. So, intermittent fasting. So that was like a real big trend, and I think it is still a big trend. Don't hear about it too much now, but last year, like everyone was just saying, oh, yeah, I'm doing intermittent fasting, or yeah, intermittent fasting, but, and so intermittent fasting is fine. I do it. I don't say that I'm doing intermittent fasting. I just say I'm pushing my meals back because that's what it is. So intermittent fasting, if people don't know what intermittent fasting is, it's when you skip breakfast sort of thing and you push your meals back to further in the day. So when your calories are quite low, it makes it a lot easier to get your meals in. So you push all your meals back, maybe have a black coffee in the morning, and then you just have that. So that satiates you somewhat, and then yeah, you start your day a little bit later. So that's all well and good, but people have a misconception of what intermittent fasting does. So I've seen a lot of people that claim that they're intermittent fasting. So they start their eating, say at 12 o'clock. That's perfect. Start your eating at 12 o'clock. But what they do is they don't track their food. So the intermittent fasting is making it easier for you to diet down. But a lot of people that I've seen, they intermittent fast until 12 o'clock and then, oh yeah, no worries, I'll have a burger. All right, then I'll have this and I'll have that. And then what they're doing is they're going into a calorie surplus. So the intermittent fasting is just pointless because they're in a surplus. So intermittent fasting has its place. It's just pushing your meals back. And if that helps you, then that's perfect. But it is not going to make you lose body fat. The only thing that's going to make you lose body fat is a calorie deficit. So if you're not creating a calorie deficit, then intermittent fasting is pointless. Another big fad, fasted cardio. So a lot of people do fasted cardio, and this is one where it's sort of like, it's in your opinion. If you enjoy doing fasted cardio rather than eating and then doing cardio, then that's all well and good. But a lot of people think that fasted cardio is far superior than if you do cardio at lunchtime. Like you see people strutting around like, oh, you're doing cardio after lunch? Nah, you're meant to do that at 5 o'clock in the morning. In my opinion, I rather doing it after the little time that I do cardio. I like to do it after a meal because if you first wake up in the morning, you're tired and you can't really move, your joints are all sore, and then you're going to go out and do running, or you're going to go out and do some cardio. I feel as though you won't be able to give the most effort that you could to the cardio session. So I rather having some food before it, making sure I fuel myself up, and then I'm ready to go, and I can give my all to that cardio. So that's my opinion. Your opinion might be different, but the two, you don't need to do fasted cardio to lose weight. That's what I'm getting at. So fad diets such as keto and paleo, they have been put on the biggest pedestal, and it does my head in. So everyone thinks, oh yeah, no, I'm doing keto, that's why I'm losing weight. Oh yeah, doing paleo, blah, blah. I just don't like it all that much because people have put it on a pedestal as if keto and paleo is the only way to lose weight, and oh, it's so good, blah, blah. But the only reason that it's working and you're losing weight is through a calorie deficit. And this is my opinion, yours might be different, but I would much rather just do it through a calorie deficit. It's going to be a lot more sustainable. It's going to be a lot more enjoyable. Like when I'm in a calorie deficit, I can still have a homemade pizza. I can still have ice cream, this and that. But with the keto and paleo, so keto, you can't, you limit your carbs. So little to no carb. So you can't have a homemade pizza. You can't even have toast. So it's much better just working at a calorie deficit, doing it more sustainably, and then just slowly dropping your weight, and you'll enjoy it so much more and you'll get a lot more out of it. This one is a massive one, and I still cop it to this day. So I might post a story up of me having some chicken and rice for dinner, and then some guy sitting behind a screen types in, hey look man, not sure if you should know, but carbs after 6 p.m, you probably shouldn't be doing that because it's going to be stored as body fat. Get back in your box, mate. Carbs after 6 p.m. does not make you gain body fat at all. The only thing that makes you gain body fat is a calorie surplus. So I track my calories. So say I'm in a deficit. If I'm creating a calorie deficit, it doesn't matter what time I have my food. I can have my food an hour before, 1 minute before I go to bed. And let's say I go to bed at 11 o'clock. The only thing that's going to affect is my morning weigh-in. And honestly, like, as much as the scales are a big teller of, oh yeah, like I've dropped this much, I've dropped that much, I really like to kind of, I obviously weigh myself and you see the trends through that, but whatever you see in the mirror, that's the biggest thing. If you look in the mirror in the middle of the day and you're like, oh yeah, perfect, that's all you need. Because when you're out of the bar or you're out of the pool party, it's not like people are looking at you saying, oh yeah, 83.1 kegs. People are going to be looking at you thinking like, yeah, shit, he looks really lean. They're not going to know that you weighed in over your weight just because you ate carbs you ate food 1 minute before bed. Or so that's just one thing that kind of really annoys me, and it's stuck around for so long. One thing that I was always told was just through like the gym bros, so always do more. So more sessions, more weight, more reps, more volume. And it's not true. Even more food. People think eat big, get big, blah, blah, blah. So more isn't always better. So I used to train 7 days a week. I used to do, I had a look at my program from last year, the other day, and it was disgusting. There was 8 exercises in there, 4 sets each, all failure sets. So I was just trying to do more because someone told me like, yeah, you got to do more. You got to get more out of yourself. You got to push yourself. You got to walk out of the gym and, crawl out of the gym. And that's just not right at all. So more isn't always better. I've cut back on my volume. I've cut back on my frequency of training. I'm training 5 days a week, and the increases in strength, the increases in the way I look is just unreal. So make sure you find that middle line. Not too little, not too much, just enough. Another one that annoys me, carbs are all genetics. I have a lot of friends that I used to train with that always told me, nah, let's just go now. We don't need to train carbs. But I've always, I know I've got tiny calves, but that's just what happens. I haven't really trained them all that much because I was training with people that were saying, you don't need to train calves. No, it's fine. Don't need to train calves. But you do. I'm pretty sure, I can guarantee you, if someone said, if a study came out and said, biceps are all genetics, you can't grow them, biceps are all genetics, I guarantee you that everyone in the gym would still be doing bicep curls. Every single bro out there would still be doing bicep curls. They'd still be doing all their arm exercises because it's just, why would you stop? It's another body part. Why would you stop? So you can walk around with stumpy legs looking like a pirate with wooden legs, but I don't really want to, so I'm still going to train them. You have to cut carbs to lose body fat. So that was a term that I always heard, and I used to say it all the time just because I thought, I'll try fit in because I've heard people say it. So I wasn't tracking my calories or anything, and I was just like, yeah, man, summer, cutting carbs. How, and I used to not even track my calories, so how was I going to cut carbs? And even when you track your calories, it's not cutting carbs, it's cutting calories. Your calorie intake over the day is what's going to either put you in a surplus or a deficit. It's not the carbohydrate intake. So those are just some myths. And another one. You don't need to be sore the next day after training. That's a big one because I know a lot of people, I might train legs with them or something or whatever. And then I'll message them in the morning and say, how you going, man? It was a good session, wasn't it? They might message back and say, I don't think it was that good of a session. And I'm kind of sat there thinking I thought it was a pretty good session, and I woke up in the morning, bro, and my legs weren't sore, or my chest wasn't sore, so it wasn't really a good session. But the pain after the day of training, that's not a factor of how hard the session was or how good the session was.
It's just about what's happening throughout the session. So if you wake up in the morning after a good session, if you think it's a good session, then just take it for what it is. You don't need to wake up from a good leg session and be crawling to have your breakfast and not being able to function the next day, because that's just stupid. So it's all about, fatiguing the muscle and breaking down the muscle, then recovering. So if after every session you think you wake up in the morning and you're sore, you probably need to sort out your recovery, because that's probably a massive factor in why you're waking up sore. Are you having your post-workout meals? Are you sleeping? How's your stress? So you need to work out those things rather than just being like, oh yeah, it's perfect, man. Like, I didn't even think I had a good session, but I woke up sore, so obviously I did, because that's not helping you at all. So rant over, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just a few things. I'm now taking on clients for the online coaching, so I'll leave details down below, so please do have a look. Flick me a message for any more details. And I've also just started a Facebook page, so jump onto my Facebook, just my name, Aaron Bounty, and it's Aaron Bounty Fitness, the page. So make sure you join that group, and yeah, just trying to get like-minded individuals to kind of help one another. So that's what that group is for. And yeah, so make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, thank you for joining me on my fitness journey.